Good afternoon.
Hello.
Hello, we're filming this in an afternoon. What are the odds? Oh my
Yeah.
god. Yeah,
Mm.
we do these. What movie are we here to talk about this time, Ben? Can you remember?
Well, we're talking about the movie called World War Z that bears no resemblance to the book called World War Z.
Correct. Do you know what year it came out?
2013.
It did. Well done. I'm almost proud of you. Yeah, we're talking about World War Z, the movie starring Brad Pitt and some other people, but there's only really one director I can remember the name of right now.
Peter Capaldi.
Bingo. And yeah, what are your thoughts on this? What are your initial
I
comments?
well, we talked about this before, and you basically said it bear no resemblance to the book, but it's a very solid zombie film.
Yes, I stand by those comments. I think if you take it as a zombie film, it's a fine zombie film. If you take it as an adaptation in any spirit of the book by Max
Yeah.
Brooks, it is a failure. Failure.
Well,
And you know,
Max Brooks famously said that he couldn't really feel insulted or offended or sad about this adaptation being a bad adaptation because it is so different to
yeah,
what he wrote.
it's not really an adaptation.
Yeah, I feel to sort of link to your statement. This bears no resemblance whatsoever to World War Z, and is a fairly forgettable zombie film.
Okay.
I think it's nothing special. It's fine. I you know I don't think about it.
I think there's much better and much worse out there.
You know what I'd like to see?
What's that?
I'd like to see a zombie film that's entirely from the perspective of the government.
Okay.
I just think that would be interesting.
Well, I mean, we're almost there with that recent War of the Worlds film. We're almost there. But yeah, the Amazon one with the shameless advertising.
That. I heard it was shit.
Yes, I also heard it was shit. Anyway, so we've had initial thoughts out of the way. Do you want to set the opening scene and the most horrifying part of this movie?
I had exactly the same thought.
Yeah.
Yes, we have our opening credits.
Yep.
And I was shocked to have a fairly harrowing jump scare.
Yep.
As Piers Morgan appeared.
Curse you, Piers!
The most horrifying monster in this movie.
It really, genuinely is. I mean, at least the zombies are don't have any real control, do they? But no, we get a sort of montage, don't we? Of there's something clearly going on, and here's some environmental issues, and here's some animal footage, and some sort of sickness is going on, and mentions of stuff like H1N1. And,
the gist is that the world is sort of falling apart at this point. It's sort of end of days type shit.
Yeah, but I mean that's just Tuesday for us these days, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we've got that, and then we cut away. We get the title screen at the end of all this, and then we wake. Well, we don't wake. We come to Brad Pitt's family.
Yes, the cloying happy family scene where they wake up their parents and everybody's laughing.
It's all a good time now. Get out the fucking room, you little shits. It turns out it's one of his daughter's birthdays by the sounds of it.
Is it?
I'm sure they mentioned it something about being a birthday, or it's coming up.
Well, why not?
There's some sort of thing about a birthday. I can't remember. I watched it the other day.
A puppy.
Yeah, that's it. She wants a puppy for her birthday. It's coming up. And one of them's got asthma. Yes. We find out that he used to work at the UN.
But has quit.
Well, I don't think it might not specifically be mentioned as the UN at that point, but the job he had, he's left it to be with his family.
He was like, essentially that. He had a fairly cool job, and his shrew of a wife insisted he give it up so he could cook for her. That was
your takeaway, was it?
That was my understanding at 4:00 this morning when I watched this.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. At 4:00 this morning, I was reeling from a weird dream about a meteorite crashing into me, but that's fine. We also get introduced to Subway Sam, who is a toy elephant.
The hero of the movie?
One of, yes.
Is he an elephant or is he a rat?
I thought it was an elephant.
I thought it was an elephant, and then there's a shot later on where he's doing the countdown where it looks a bit like a rat.
Subway Sam, World War Z. Oh, it's a rat. You're right. I mean, wrong.
Yeah,
it seems elephantine, doesn't it, at the start?
Yes, I had exactly the same thought that you did. I thought it was an elephant too.
Okay. Well, what do we know?
I don't know why, but yeah, I guess we had the same perspective on that.
We move away from the family home breakfast scene, unless you want to talk more about it.
Not particularly.
No,
They're
they're driving through
on.
Philly, aren't they? Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Or trying to.
Yes, they're sort of stuck in traffic.
Yeah.
And there's some sort of movement. You can sort of suss that, I don't know, something's going on. A fair way back.
Yeah.
Some people are running, and there's an atmosphere.
There's a news report talking about a Taiwanese rabies outbreak, which has spread to other countries, and there's emergency services.
Helicopters fly over, and
a cop drives past on his bike and knocks the windscreen off. Not the windscreen, the wing mirror off.
Yeah.
And then there's an explosion.
Well, Brad Pitt gets out.
Yeah, he does.
What the fuck was that? And he's talking to another guy, and none of them know what's going on. And then another cop pulls up. He's like, "Get back in your vehicle." So he does, and the cop's still talking to him, and then he gets fucking whacked by a dump truck.
Yeah, way out of nowhere.
And then shit hits the fan, and there's an explosion, and as you say, and people
Yeah,
start running.
they follow the bin lorry.
Yeah,
out because we're English, of course. They follow the bin lorry.
So's his wife, apparently.
Which well, she's lost the accent.
Yeah, which was a choice.
Yeah, it's literally just a vocal. Nothing happens because of it. Nothing's different because of it. But I suppose it's character setting, isn't it?
I guess.
I suppose. It's not like Mrs. Chekhov's gun.
No.
Oh my god, the movie's saved because she's English.
Yes, it's not like at the end. It's like, if only we knew someone with English family so we could go and stay with them. And it's like, wait a minute.
My god, I think he's got it.
Or if her father was like a world-renowned virus expert.
Yeah,
Cambridge.
Then there'd be some sort of reason why it mattered that she was from England. Maybe because she wanted to listen to BBC. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's it. They wanted to drop the BBC, who'd put some funding into it, maybe. And how else to do it? I don't fucking know. Anyway, they follow the bin lorry. They drive behind it because, it's out of control. It can't possibly fuck them up if they do that. To get away from the drama. One of the kids does a typical stupid kid stuff and won't stay in the seat.
I fucking hate children.
Oh, they're stupid in movies. They really are.
It reminds me of The War of the Worlds.
Yeah.
From 2005.
The Tom Cruise one.
Yeah, with that kid who just kept screaming. It's just like,
Who was that? Dakota Fanning.
It was.
Yeah. Yeah.
I hate kids.
They're not. Kids aren't good in a disaster. That's what movies have taught us. We probably didn't need a movie to tell us that, but okay. They get hit by an ambulance as they're going through a junction. They didn't indicate. They didn't check it was safe. They just went through a junction and they got hit by an ambulance. And it's sinister. It's obvious to us that something is more sinister going on here. Something more sinister is going on here. Because we've got that as they're getting out of the ambulance, we've got shots of people running, and some of the people have got the subtitles. I watch a lot of stuff with subtitles, so I don't miss as much as you can. It's the same for games. Sometimes you pick up something in a game and in a movie that you wouldn't quite hear. So I tend to have subtitles on, and the growling was described as inhuman. Some of the people in the crowd were inhumanly growling, and the only person who's really paying any attention to what's going on is Brad Pitt.
Yes.
Yeah, because he's
from his previous work experience. He's that sort of guy where he can keep his cool in those sorts of crazy situations enough to take in his surroundings and see what's going on.
Yes, and the key thing that happens here is that he watches a bloke get attacked at the same time as Subway Sam, who famously counts to 12 and then announces that a train has reached the station.
Choo
choo. He notices that this man takes the entire 12, presumably seconds, to.
Good thing it wasn't like 23.
Yeah, that'd be awkward, wouldn't it? he takes for 12 seconds to go from no longer being physically attacked to being, a zombie.
Yeah, it takes 12 seconds after you bit him to turn.
Yeah, and it looks pretty fucking violent and aggressive, doesn't it? That turning.
Yes.
It looks painful.
Yes.
Which it should, I suppose. But yeah, so he spots that, and then they go to an RV, which somehow no one else has decided to nick.
Yeah.
I would say this now, because I was going to say it later, but I'll say it now. A lot of this movie rides on the fact that Jerry is really fucking lucky. Like, I don't care how you want to spin it, he's really fucking lucky. And if he wasn't as lucky as he is, movie dead. Everyone died. So yeah, they get to an RV, they're driving away. We get a shot of a military pulling out and saying that containment is a fail. Is the subtitle line. I've quoted that, so I'm assuming that's a word for word. And yeah, they're driving away. His daughter's got an asthma issue, and he gets a phone call, doesn't he? Who's his phone call from, Ben?
His phone call's from his mate called Terry. Or Terry. Or
Oh, can you not pronounce it?
Are you annoyed because I...
No, that's exactly why I've said it, Ben. It's because
your pronunciation.
That's exactly why I've done it. It's because you won't ever let this sort of shit go when it doesn't really fucking matter. Okay? It's not nice, is it?
Okay.
Okay, fucking stop it. It's something along those lines. It's spelled the same way as Thierry Henry.
Thierry.
So.
Thierry.
Yeah, I'm willing to accept that that's right. I can't remember how they say it. Anyway, so he gets a phone call from him. Who is he?
Has that helped?
Who is he?
Thierry used to work with him, and he works at he's the Deputy Secretary General of the UN now.
Oh my god, that's a big job.
Yeah.
Oof.
And
he's really rubbing shoulders.
He's putting together a team.
What, the Avengers?
Well, sort of. He basically he knows Jerry. We want to get you on board with this. You could be useful for sorting this shit out. Yep. We're sending. Where are you? We're going to send a chopper. And he's like, okay, we're heading this way. We're heading to New Jersey way.
Yeah. They say what road they're on and heading north or
beach is there, and it's like, well, okay, it's going to take you like 24 hours. Stay safe. We'll pick you up tomorrow.
So he makes a point saying that they need him.
Yeah. So he pulls into New Jersey, which
terrible
is looking,
place.
Yeah, it's looking like.
Well, it's looking better than normal.
Jersey. Yeah, it's like I saw it and went, oh, the zombies haven't reached New Jersey yet. And people are raiding this supermarket. Everybody's panicking, just grabbing shit.
Yep.
So Brad Pitt and his wife split up. One daughter.
Oh no, that's not nice. I'm sure he was going to really make a strong effort to try and keep his family safe. But if they've split up,
she's grabbing the food and he goes to the pharmacy.
Yep, because I need an inhaler of some sort for daughter.
Yes.
Yep.
And as we leave, we see a man eyeing up his wife. Now, Brad Pitt encounters a chap with a gun.
Uh-oh.
First you think, oh shit, but then the guy helps him out.
Yeah.
Why that man? Well, I can only assume he's just on edge, and maybe his kid was there too, and he was just like, yeah.
I always took it as him being the pharmacist and trying to.
He doesn't look like a pharmacist.
No, but it might be his off day. Do you think you'd look your best in the middle of a zombie outbreak?
I always assumed he was just a parent of a sick kid.
Also possible.
Shit, and was maybe a drug dealer.
He clearly knows something about drugs and has a personal connection to someone with asthma because he gives something extra and says, this did wonders for my kid or something like that.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So he helps out Jerry, and then Jerry hears a scream.
Yep.
Well, his daughter sort of rolls down the aisle of the car.
Yeah. Car? Jesus, you are going American, aren't you?
And the
trolley, Ben.
And the trolley.
Anything from the trolley.
Yeah. And then he finds his wife being attacked.
Yep.
And the way she phrases it is like she's being robbed.
Yeah.
But it could have just as easily been like a sexual assault.
I mean, absolutely. Yeah.
Who's robbing people at a time like this?
Well,
what are you gonna do with her purse?
Fuck knows.
Anyway, Jerry shoots one of them.
Has she got breath mints in there?
I don't know. Jerry shoots one of them, and the other one just buggers off.
Yeah. I mean, a cop turns up.
Yeah, and it's like, oh shit. So Jerry, he puts his hands up, and the cop just runs right past him and starts stealing, of all things, pasta sauce.
No, it's baby formula.
I thought it was pasta sauce.
No, it's baby food.
I know one of the things was a baby thing. I thought the rest was like
No,
pasta sauce.
it's you got the jars of baby food, and then you got baby formula on the shelf as well.
Well, I do apologise.
Because I was like, what is it? It's, oh my god, it's baby stuff. And that's I mean that tells a story in itself, doesn't it?
Yeah, he's got a baby. Baby's not doing what he needs to eat.
Or possibly he's doing this for someone else, as he is a cop. He might be. Oh, it's an American cop. Never mind.
No, that's not.
My bad. All cops are bastards.
Yeah.
Oh, but if I recall, he is black though. Does that change it?
Yeah.
Does that mean he's less of a bastard?
No.
Okay, fair enough. He's a cop. He's a bastard. Fine. They find out that they're not going to get picked up till the morning.
Yeah.
So they go to the earliest they can get picked up is sunrise. So they go to an apartment
best known
block.
to themselves. They walk into the city.
Yeah, it's a bit daft, isn't it? They find an apartment block. They've got flares and they intend to use them to signal for help. And as they're trying to find somewhere to settle, there's sort of the noise of zombies around, and one of the daughters goes missing. And she's like, "Oh, let me in, let me in." And they go back to her, and oh my god, there's a family. Dios mío. You there?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I thought you'd say something.
What would I say?
I
Mexican.
Well, it sounds like they're speaking Spanish, so they are of a Hispanic descent.
Yes.
Yes. But the family lets them in. That's nice of them, isn't it? It does mean that you know that they will die.
Well,
nice people don't last in these films.
Sooner or later.
You save someone, you're probably dead.
So, yeah, they go in, mother, father, kid, and they basically look after them for the night.
Grandparent.
Where's the grandparent?
I'm sure there's a grandmother in there.
Are you sure you're not thinking of the scene in Wales?
I'm pretty sure there was a grandmother in there.
I never saw an old lady.
Okay, well, I might be wrong.
Yeah, so they spend the night, and then they figure we've got to get up to the roof because that's where we picked up from.
Jesus Christ! I'm on the Wikipedia for World War Z, just looking up for family to see if I can find a thing. I went through the page for Tommy, who is the boy, and the page literally says Tommy is great. That's all there is about Tommy. There's 28 articles in this fucking.
No, where are you looking?
Just for the World War Z thingy. When I searched for Subway Sam, it came up with the top entry was the Subway Sam entry on the World War Z film series wiki.
Oh right, yeah.
So I was on that page. I was on that page, and I thought, oh okay, well, presumably this is a somewhat reasonably reliable website. I went to the page for Tommy, and it literally is just Tommy is great. Worthless website. Anyway, sorry, carry
on. Yeah, so they prepare to go out,
and
Brad Pitt tries to convince the parents to come with him.
Yes.
Family to come with him. They say no, we're going to stay here.
Yeah, he tries to convince him. He says something like movement is life, but in whatever language, presumably Spanish.
Yeah.
But they do offer him some more help before they go. So anything else you need before you leave.
Yeah. And he takes a magazine to as a bit of protection on his arm.
For his forearm area. And he fashions himself a bayonet as well.
Yes, he does.
Yes.
So he sort of fights his way out with his family. There's a bit of trouble where they get pounced on and the girl screams and all the zombies start running towards them.
Yep.
But they fight their way out. They get to the roof. Brad Pitt sort of has to stay behind to hold the door. Meanwhile, the kid from the family, who we last saw staring at the door as something threw itself into it, manages to make his way to the roof. So he's all right.
Yep.
Brad Pitt kills the zombie, gets some blood on his face.
Yep.
And runs to the edge of the building because he knows if he turns, he's going to attack his family. He doesn't want to do that.
And if he does turn, it's likely to make him drop, isn't it?
Yeah, he counts down from. He counts to 12.
Yep.
He's fine. He's okay.
Oh my god! So we know that it's not that kind of transmission. Right. Yet, at least.
The helicopter arrives and they escape. And off they go. And they head to a flotilla
Yes, that's how I described it in my notes. A flotilla.
Yeah, a flotilla in the Atlantic,
Yeah.
200 miles off the coast.
Yes. And he's
Everything's gone to shit. Oh, sorry, go on.
he's assured that his family is safe on the ship, but that everywhere else is kind of fucked. You know, we're hearing bits
the president's dead.
President's dead. The VP is missing. 4 of the 6 chief joint chiefs of staff are gone. You know, government has fallen. It sounds like everywhere else is struggling. There's a bloke who says, "How the fuck am I going to know if Russia's fallen or not?" It's like, you know, this is a dire situation and everyone's screwed.
Yes.
These are the lucky people who have been saved from the scenario. Yes. And they are checked as well. They have their lights checked, their eyes checked, don't they, before they like a red light, and he's like blinking it away. I remember that. So what's the plan?
Well, plan is, as Thierry takes Jerry aside. Well, the main guy actually tells him, we have this doctor guy.
Yep.
Andrew Fastback. He's very British.
He is. Oh my god, him as well. Is he related to?
I don't know, maybe. And they want him to try and find some sort of cure, or at the very least an advantage. He's going to look into this. But he's a weenie little boy. So they're going to send him with a team of Navy SEALs and Jerry, because Jerry used to go into war zones and, you know, investigate shit all the time.
Yep.
You're a great guy to have on board, and Jerry initially refuses, but is then reminded that everybody needs to serve a purpose on here because there's only so much room, and we've got a list of people who will be happy to take your place.
Yeah, either basically do a job or you're back in Jersey.
Carry your fucking weight.
Going back to Jersey is, of course, a fate worse than death. Just want to clarify, it is Newark in New Jersey.
Yeah.
So rather than like
the Isle of Jersey.
Yeah, because there's a few places, isn't there? There's like yes. Anyway, so yeah, there's fate worse than death going back there. Even if with or without the zombies. So he signs up. He agrees to do it. He doesn't want to, but he's like, he knows that that's the best thing for his family. I think Thierry says, like, if you want to help your family, you're going to help us. Basically, this is how you keep them safe. And so he gets on the plane with, I can't remember what his name was. Andrew, was it Andrew Fastbacker or something?
Yeah, Andrew. Yeah. It hardly matters. He's not going to be around for long.
No, he's not. And he goes into a little spiel about how Mother Nature's a serial killer,
which is the dumbest shit.
Yeah,
Mother Nature is not a fucking serial. Shut up, you idiot.
Well, I mean, if you're a virologist and you were, you know, presumably at this point the world's leading virologist, no matter what, even if he wasn't before, he probably is now. And for now, and he's, you know, you say builds up that kind of a career and studied for that long, you'd probably take a warped view about it in an almost romanticized view, wouldn't you? So I can forgive him that personally.
Yes.
And they get to South Korean base, military base, and it's raining, and they're running on fumes, and everyone's got a gun.
Yeah.
And he gets told, doesn't he? Keep your finger off the trigger.
Yes.
Very helpful piece of advice, because you don't want to, I don't know, slip and shoot yourself in the head or something.
No, not like some sort of bell end.
Yeah, because you'd have to be really stupid to, I don't know, run up a wet ramp, slip, and shoot yourself.
Yeah.
Oh, wait! Whoops!
Yeah, the zombies attack, and Mr. Fastback panics, turns and runs back on the plane, slips on the ramp, and accidentally blows his own fucking brains out.
Yeah, although we don't actually see that it's a headshot. We just see that he's dead.
Imagine dying like that in a zombie apocalypse. Imagine there's a zombie apocalypse and you die in an accident.
I mean, that's really fucking.
You accidentally shoot yourself.
Like, I can understand a car accident or something in the early days.
Yeah.
You know, I can understand, like, if you're climbing and you slip and fall, fine. You know, but it's something as stupid as this. Oof. You know. But that's okay, because more military soldiers turn up.
Yeah, they're in South Korea. Did we say they were in South Korea?
Yeah.
Because that's where the first report was received.
Yeah, and they're like, you know, we're the guys from the military camp. What are you guys doing here? And they explain that the dead guy was meant to be looking for clues. So I guess it's now all Jerry's job. And they're given the basic rules for early survival, aren't they? So, it's like, keep quiet, body shots slow them down, but headshots kill them, and you want to burn the bodies, really.
Yes.
You know.
We also get the mention that they refer to them as Zeke.
Yes, Zeke.
Which is something that one of the handful of things that was in the book. North Korea's mentioned.
Yeah, there's a bloke who is supposedly from the CIA who's been locked up for trying to sell weapons to North Korea. And he talks about how they've managed to they're living out the apocalypse by having taken the teeth of all however many million citizens overnight. It's the greatest feat in social engineering in human history or something.
Doesn't stop them coming over the border, but hey ho.
Also, you notice he hasn't got teeth.
Yeah.
So maybe there is some truth to his story. But no, they get told about the first case they're aware of, don't they? Who was a quote-unquote dead soldier who'd gone AWOL, was found by locals who he tried to bite. So they, knocked him out, tied him up. No, shot him and tied him up. A doctor went to verify the body and got bitten. And he came back and started trying to bite everyone, lost a load of men. But not, funnily enough, the guy that's with them that's got a gammy leg.
Yeah.
He was right in the middle of the group.
Yeah.
So it's strange, isn't it?
Yeah.
But they're not entirely sure where the first, where it came from because, the guy's gone. There's no evidence of who he was. They can look in notes if they want, but it's all been burned up. So they're kind of fucked. It's a wasted trip, effectively, from that perspective. Whoops. Yeah. And we also get told about Israel.
Yes, Israel have, much like in the books, they've built a wall.
And they made Palestine pay for it. No, wait, hang on.
Yeah, we'll fucking get to that.
Yeah.
And they started. It was like in the weeks before.
Yeah.
They built this fucking massive wall. It's like, okay, that's convenient.
Yeah.
Wonder if they knew something. Maybe go check that out.
So what is it? Someone says that they've been building walls in Israel for thousands of years, and yet, but they finish 3 days before the zombies.
3 weeks before this all kicked off. Maybe check that out.
Yeah. So that's the plan. He's going to go to Israel, but we've got to fill the plane up, which is noisy, and that's going to attract zombies. So they go on bicycles, which are quieter than, and presumably quicker.
Yes.
Than running, which makes sense. There's a lot of things I see as people about how to survive a zombie apocalypse is don't get a car, get a bike.
Yeah.
Because it's more manoeuvrable, quieter, and it's easier to get off the bike than it is to get out a car.
Yes.
You can. It's maintaining it's easier as well. Most people can maintain a bike if they put the effort in. So
yes.
Yeah. So anyway, so that's what they do. They get on a bike, but oh my god. What happens?
Well, his silly bitch wife. Sorry, that was me. His bloody loving wife. Who's worried about him. Oh, she only bloody rings, doesn't she?
Yeah. Oh, worst possible timing. This time we've got to be quiet, and it rings.
Yeah, it alerts all the zombies, so it all goes to shit.
Yep.
They start running or cycling, and people are shooting, and the head guy gets bitten and shoots himself. And they manage to get on the plane, but they need to get rid of the fuel pump cable.
Yeah, they need to detach it, don't they?
Yeah, so one guy's like, "Oh, you better fucking find something in Israel. Israel better pay off."
Yeah, that's the line, isn't it?
Presumably dies. And
but of course, there's still zombies inside the plane as well.
Yeah, so they Jerry and the guy lock themselves in the cockpit, fly off, leaving the back door open, and the zombies spill out and smush on the ground, presumably.
Yeah.
So off they go to Israel.
Hooray! There's a big bomb that goes off as well, isn't there, on the way to Israel?
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
I'm assuming it's a nuke of some sort.
Oh, well, I assume it's a nuke, but where?
Well, we don't know. Somewhere between North Korea and Israel.
Well, I wondered whether it might be a reference to the fact that in the book, I want to say India goes nuclear or somewhere. Maybe it's Iran and Iraq. I don't know. I don't know.
Well, what is the nuclear explosion in World War Z? In the film, On the Way to Jerusalem. In the book, Pakistan and India initiate a limited nuclear exchange.
Mm.
So, or
I think
Pakistan
there's
and
somewhere.
Iran. Pakistan and Iran.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, because the point in the book is that it didn't happen. There wasn't like a major nuclear war between India and Pakistan because everybody expected it to happen. So they had all the contingencies in place. Like everybody was on first name terms. They had direct lines of communication. It was set up so it would never happen because everybody expected it to. But nobody expected it to happen between Pakistan and Iran. So that's where it happened.
Yeah. Awkward. But yeah, the radiation from that fucks up the phone, so we can't call her mid call.
Yeah,
Like
it's like
the
a
EMP wave or something. It's what happens.
it's the I want to say ESP, but it's not ESP. It's
EMP.
EMP.
Yeah. We saw the same thing happen in Taiwan in '72. These things happen.
What?
I'm just making numbers up. They get to Israel, and it looks quite peaceful there, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Inside.
everybody. Yeah, they've built these big walls. Much like in the book, it appears that they've let the Palestinians come in.
Yep.
Which is the most.
That's the most unrealistic part of this movie.
Part of this entire thing.
But we say that with benefit of current day knowledge. Yes, 12 years ago, I don't know what I thought. Yeah, that's a perfectly wonderful neighbourly thing to do.
Yeah,
but yeah,
yeah.
we talked to. There's a bloke he gets told to find whose name I can't remember. You've probably got it there.
Whose name is Jürgen Wombrun.
That sounds right.
Who's a Mossad chap.
Yeah, well, high up guy in Mossad, and Jerry talks through, and it's like, okay, so we intercepted an Indian military transmission, an Indian general talking about the Rakshasa zombie, literally meaning the undead or something like that.
Yes.
And like everyone thought it was daft, but since after the shit that happened in Munich in the Olympics and another conflict, they're like, we follow the 10th man principle.
Yes, he makes the point that nobody thought the Holocaust was going to happen. Nobody thought we were going to get the shit shot out of us at the Olympics. Nobody thought that the Arabs would attack in the mid-70s. And as you say, we did the 10th man principle, which is that if 9 of the council agree on a point, it's the duty of the 10th man to disagree and essentially play devil's advocate.
Yeah, look into it and
yes,
and that's a perfectly reasonable thing to do, actually.
Yeah, it's directly from the book. It makes complete sense given like Jewish history. I don't know whether it's true in real life. Probably not.
It makes sense in genuine politics. Honestly, I think it's a policy that should be enacted at times. I don't think it's unreasonable for everyday logical thinking to let's ask that 10th dentist.
Yeah, why don't you like this toothpaste?
What is your problem with it? So yeah, he looked into it and he's like, yeah, it turns out actually we acted on it. We fucking yeah. So they're letting people in on the basis that every person they save is one less zombie to fight. Yeah.
Which.
And this is where I put it's not very true to life in my notes.
Well, I don't know whether the film just wanted to get around the political thing, but in the book, it's more like it's more pragmatic, just to say we cannot afford to be like fighting this not war, but we cannot afford to be like handling both the Palestinian issue and zombies. So fuck it. Let's just get inside the walls. That's an easy solve all for that particular issue.
Yeah,
and it's not there's Palestinians in the book that there's a terrorist attack. I think it's hardline Israelis who do it in the book.
Oh.
But none of that in the film.
No. In the film, there's a bit of religious chanting near the walls into a microphone with too much feedback. And oh my god, it's drawing the zombies to one particular area. And oh my god, they only bloody make it over top, don't they?
Yeah, I've got a number of problems with that.
Is one of them the way they pile up?
Well, no, that sort of makes a degree of sense, I suppose.
Okay. There's another one, the fact that they had the helicopters circling, but none of them fucking noticed.
Yeah, they probably should have dealt with that. I laughed because they were shooting as the zombies fell over the other side, not at the actual like mass of them climbing.
Well, there is a point. There is a bit where they are shooting, and one of the towers of them falls.
Yeah, maybe they should have. I don't know. It's impossible to sort of predict that. But,
Well, you know the easy solution to that kind of a wall problem, don't you?
some sort of trench, build it pointing outwards, have people on top.
No, well, you literally just need to have a curved up angle at the top of your thing, so it's harder to. There's no ledge to grab onto. You'd have to be basically hanging straight down. You use the same principle. I'm not even joking. You use the same principle in Minecraft to stop spiders getting over your walls.
Yeah, do that.
Just fucking, it's that simple.
Yeah.
But it's a movie. They have to have drama, and religion kills everyone. So.
Yes, turns out when Israelis and Palestinians come together, this is what happens.
Yeah.
So,
but only in the scenario where there's zombies already in place. He gets escorted to his plane. A woman's like, a woman is given to him and said she's going to escort you to your plane. Yeah. She will get you there. Mm-hmm. And they're running, and he spots an old man, and he's just been left alone again. So peculiar. And Israel is falling very fucking quickly. Which it turns out the downside of having massive walls to keep people out is that it's also hard to get everyone out. Yeah. Who'd have knew? Do you want to carry on?
Yeah, it's turning into a massive shit show.
Yep.
And they're running, and zombies right behind them. They're in this sort of room, and some grenades are thrown, and they manage to clear most of them. And then one zombie grabs hold, attacks his lady guard, whose name is Sagan.
Yep.
And she gets bitten.
Yep.
And it's like, holy shit. And then he immediately gets a machete and whacks her arm off.
Yes.
And he manages to patch her up well enough. And they're off again.
The time passes and she doesn't turn.
Yeah, she doesn't turn because he's cut it off. He's cut it off in time. So well done.
Yeah.
They get on the what you call it? Not landing pad. Runway.
Runway, yeah, that works.
Airstrip, runway, and then they get on the runway, and there are a shit ton of planes that are trying to get the fuck out of there. They stop one from Belarus Airways.
Well, he watches his plane fly off as well. Yeah. He'd been told to wait, and he'd be back by sundown, and no, he's fucked off. Yeah. Don't know who else is on that plane. It might just be one guy. It's a bit selfish, really.
They get on to, so they stop the plane, and they climb up the ladder. They go in, and there's loads of people in there, and he asks the air stewardess where we're going, and she says, for some reason, she's very English. She says, we were coming here. I have no fucking idea where we're going. We just got here.
Yeah.
So that's unfortunate.
Yep. I just want to mention, we also see a bold kid in the being surrounded by zombies, and they just sort of go around him. I wrote down like a stone in a river, having forgotten that later on he describes it as like a river down around a rock.
See, I for some reason I thought that scene happened in India. I thought they went to India after this.
No, not that time.
But no. Yeah, so they're on the plane, and Jerry sort of patches up Sagan a bit more. He pours some vodka over her arm and sorts her out.
It's quite an unpleasant scene, even not seeing the bloody end.
Yeah.
You know.
And he gets a call, or he calls somebody.
Thierry, probably.
I think, yeah, he's figured out enough at this point.
Yeah, so he's talking to Sagan, and he says that it makes her a liability.
Yeah, she's no use to anybody. Yeah,
and he that sort of triggers a 2 and 2 to make him realise that it isn't going after sick people, because it's a liability for the zombie. You know, they're weak. They're not good at passing it on. They can't really pass it on to something that's dying because there's no point.
Which I don't know whether I buy that.
I don't necessarily buy that either, but there is a natural precedent with hungry predators not going after the sick. So
okay. So he calls back to Thierry.
Yep.
And says, I need an airport that's close to a World Health Organization base.
Who?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they find one, and Jerry passes it to the captain, and guess what? We're going to Wales.
Hooray! We're going to go to
And
Cardiff Airport and
yeah, and also your radio's out of battery. Sorry.
yeah, your satellite phone.
Yeah.
And there's a noisy dog, isn't there, on this plane?
Yes, the
Oh.
Sanyapi dog. Her boss, her owner, falls asleep. Dog runs off, and long story short, one of the air stewardesses opened the cupboard, and oh my god, there's a zombie in there that nobody heard at all. I don't know how the fuck.
I
guess
do take issue with that part of this, to be honest.
my only assumption was that somebody got bitten on the flight to Israel.
Yeah.
Didn't feel great. Went to the toilet. Although, how did it take so slow to I don't fucking know. Point is, there's a zombie in the toilet.
Yeah, there's a zombie that's managed to in the back half of a plane is hiding in a cupboard. But Jerry sort of he hears something, doesn't he? And he goes to have a little look, and he looks through there's light screaming going on. You can just hear the screams, and he goes and has a look, and there's the curtain drawn, and he peeks his head through. I actually tried to get a shot of that. It's not a very good shot, but I've got that shot of him peeking through. And he's like, oh shit, we need to barricade this. So they get all the suitcases they can. They barricade both the sides, and oh no, bit falls.
Someone drops a suitcase.
Yeah. I mean, that wouldn't have held if there was turbulence, really, would it? So.
Well, no. I don't really know what the long-term plan there was, but
no, me neither.
Zombies start pouring through and attacking people in presumably first class.
Yep.
And after a while, it becomes clear that the plane is basically lost.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's getting fucked up. So Jerry and his I don't know what happened to the guy who's sitting next to Sagan.
No, me neither.
Point is, everything's gone to hell. They don't have much hope. They throw a grenade at the mass.
Mm-hmm.
It goes off, blows a hole in the plane. A load of them get sucked out, and it starts crashing.
Yeah, I mean, I take a little bit of an issue with that as well, personally.
Yeah.
As we know from fairly recent events, you can have a massive hole in the side of your plane, and it won't actually cause the plane to go down.
Well, okay.
It would have to have done some sort of damage to the engine, but even then, you can fly with one engine.
Well, look, they're crashing.
Yeah, the plane crashes. I don't necessarily buy that part of it, but I have to suspend my disbelief somewhat because this is a zombie movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Crashes in Wales, and although Jerry and Sagan survive.
Yeah, Jerry Plot Armor Lane survives it.
Yeah, he gets a bit of metal through him.
Yeah.
And they waddle their way through, presumably Cardiff or Wales.
Yeah.
And you can see an old lady peeking through her net curtains. So there's life here, and he passes out. And with him presumably dead, his family get dumped off the ship, off the carrier, to Nova Scotia.
Yeah. Do you know where that is?
It's in, I believe it's a province in the Maritimes region of Canada.
You've got that. You've got that in front of you. That's why. It is Canada. Yeah.
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 I felt like it was Canada, but I wanted to be clever.
Okay. Yeah. Well, you know. Yeah. So I just want to very slightly go back to this plane incident, and we do get something that's quite, I think, quite realistic in the plane situation, and that's the seatbelt preventing people from the zombies from getting out. I think there's a few whilst all hell is breaking loose where that happens, and there's also there's also the one when he's woken up from the crash, that is in the chair, survived the crash as well as best he can as a zombie, and just can't do it. It can't go anywhere. It can't fuck him up because it's stuck in this chair because of a seatbelt. Hasn't got a wherewithal to work out how to undo it because it's a zombie. I think there's something about that which sort of works for me from a movie and lore perspective.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, they end up in Wales. They make their way, as you say, to what looks like the facility, and he's passed out, and it's not nice, and family's kicked off, and
3
he
days
wakes
later,
up.
he wakes. Yes, and who does he find?
Doctor Who.
No, who Doctor?
No, a Doctor at the Who. Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah,
Peter
played by Peter
Capaldi.
Capaldi, who goes and gets his boss.
Yep.
And there's a bit of a tense standoff because I don't know who he is.
Yeah. Who are you? Why do you keep looking at him?
Yeah, because
he's in charge.
They've charged his phone as well, which is nice. And he calls Thierry, who's a bit shocked to find he's alive, and it's a bit awkward.
Yep.
Because he's kicked his family off because he thought he was dead. And Thierry sort of gives him his credentials, or gives them his credentials, and everything's okay.
Yep.
Sagan's there. Jerry's fine. He's had the bit of metal taken out of him. And he explains what he wants. He wants to get a virus, something sort of terminal but curable.
Yep.
And inject someone with it because he doesn't think that they will pay any attention whatsoever to anybody who's like terminally ill.
Yeah.
Which is bad news for the guy with the gammy leg.
Oh, wow.
I should say there is another instance. Way back when they're in New Jersey, there's a homeless man who's leaning against the wall, sat down, drinking, and the zombies run right past him.
Oh, I missed that, but yeah.
Yeah, so he's fucked too.
Well, I mean, if you're homeless and drinking, you may have some sort of liver issue. Who knows what it is you pick up on the streets.
Yep.
There's a moment. It's a small scene that we've not yet discussed, but where we had, and that's where he blows up at the guy from the Who. He's like, "Hey, Keith Moon." No, he basically says, "Look, you don't understand how I feel in my situation with my. You couldn't possibly understand this feeling I've got. My family might be dead."
Yeah.
And it's like, look, my wife and child. I lost my child to what was my wife.
Yes.
In Rome. Yeah, I get it. You're not the only one who's lost. We've all lost people. You're not special.
Yes.
And it's such a humbling moment for him, I think, at that point. And it's like, yeah, fucking, you're not alone, Joe. Everyone's going through this shit. So I just wanted to mention that. Because he's so calm about it as well, having lost his family. And
yes, everybody. The world has gone to shit.
Yeah.
You know, nobody is having fun here.
Yeah. We also get told that killing them makes them more aggressive.
Yeah, it's like a weird thing. So that's.
I suppose if you piss off a couple of bees in the nest or hive, you're more likely to anger the others, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm sure there's animals where if you kill is it ants or something, or do ants avoid? If you kill an ant, do ants avoid? I don't know. I don't know, but something to do with pheromones, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. So there's this barricade. They need to go to B Wing, which is infested with zombies, because that's where the deadly diseases are. It's barricaded. There's a sky bridge between them and it, and that's where they've blocked it off. So they remove the barricade. Jerry, the guy who's in charge, whose name I don't know, and Sagan go in with melee weapons and one gun as a last resort, in an attempt to try and get the sicknesses. And they're sneaking through while the other three watch them on cameras. And I just want to point out, we see a few more people in the Who at that point, like before this scene, but then we only ever see these three other people after. It's like everyone else went on holiday or something. Everyone else was on a break while the three people. Like you could have got a few more hands there for the barricade situation to keep an eye on things, and you didn't have to be these three people. But yeah, so they're sneaking through, and I made a note that there was very little broken glass around. Considering there's only really about one place where we see broken glass as they're working their way through, and naturally it gets stepped on to draw some attention because what else is broken glass there for? And there's a tense moment where they need to sneak past a zombie that might see them from the other side of some glass, but they manage that just fine. It's a creaky door because it's Cardiff, and they don't have WD-40 in Wales.
No.
You want to carry on?
So yes. So shit hits the fan.
Yep.
And Sagan and the doctor, the other doctor, sort of make it back to the main door and get let in just in time. And Jerry ends up in the lab.
Yeah, they split up, don't they? He's like, I'll attract attention, you guys go to the vault. That doesn't work out, so they circle back. I just want to say, they get told to shoot the zombies as a last resort, and the first one they attack, she shoots.
Yeah.
Right? That's not exactly last resort material, is it?
Well, so yes, Jerry's in the main lab, and there's a bit of they call and sort of give him a bit of advice. As they give him the code, and he gets some virus of some sort, some disease.
Yeah, puts a load of them in a tin, doesn't he?
Yes, and he injects himself.
Well, no, not quite, because he's going to leave with the tin, but there's a zombie just outside the door. So he's like, oh shit, I have to do this to myself, or else I'm not going to get back.
Yes. So then he injects himself, and then it's just a waiting game. He just sort of sits there, and after a while, he notices that the zombie at the door is acting a little differently, almost like it's sort of forgotten he's there.
Yep.
He chances his arm, and he opens the door, and he's face to face with this thing, and nothing happens.
I've got that shot.
Happens. So he just sort of wanders. Okay, so he just sort of wanders through the lab, through the facility, and gets himself a Coke. And
I could have sworn, watching, from my memory, I could have sworn him picking up a bit of fruit and eating it on his way back, but it is just for the drink, isn't it? I think it's Pepsi, but it doesn't really matter too much.
Well, no, it doesn't matter. He has his drink, and then he fucks up the vending machine, so they all spit on the ground and make a noise and attract the rest of the zombies who just run past him.
Yep, like a river around a rock.
It works.
Oh my god!
He goes back into the main bit of the lab, and holy shit, she administers a cure for the disease he just infected himself with, and yeah,
everyone's going to get injected with hybridized meningitis with components of smallpox and H1N1. It's going to camouflage people, but of course we find out that this isn't the end. This is just the beginning of the war.
Well, he's taken to Nova Scotia to meet his family, and it's specified that he has a voiceover over the end. People will be infected. There's a war or a battle for Moscow.
Yeah, you've got all the miners with pickaxes and shit, haven't you?
Yeah, just average citizens just tooling up and going to town. And yeah.
End of film.
Yeah.
So, I mean, in the grand scheme of things, again, I feel like because of it not being an adaptation of the book, you can't really treat it like an adaptation of a book. How do you feel about this film?
It's fine. It's as I say, it's kind of just forgettable.
Okay.
It's not anything interesting to me massively. There's some cool scenes. The sort of action scenes are fun. I'd much rather have a mini series based on the book, but hey ho.
Well,
what do you think?
Nice. But I stand by my thoughts at the beginning. As a film, I enjoy it as a zombie film. I think it works. It is a film that I have been wanting to rewatch for a while, but just never get around to. This is a wonderful excuse to do so. And I mean, it does what I want it to do, film wise. Again, like you say, it's not an adaptation. It would perhaps be good to have a proper adaptation of the story, but that's not what it is, and I don't think it's what it was pretending to be either. I think it just took inspiration from parts of the book and went from there.
Yeah, there's a couple of things in there, but yeah.
So yeah, I like it. I think it's a good film. There's better zombie films out there. There's worse zombie films out there. There's much worse zombie films out there. I reckon I would give it like a solid 7-8, personally.
Okay.
That's that's where it is on my scale for movies, and I've seen some real shit movies. So yeah, no, that's it. So yeah, that's it for World War Z. Of course, next week is one of Ben's movies, and yes, are you sticking with your?
Yes, we're watching a film from 2002. We're watching Dog Soldiers.
Dog Soldiers. Let me write that down on here. Dog Soldiers. There we go. So I've got my notes
bored
ready
already.
It's been a long day. I woke up at ridiculous time, and then I've been up for bloody ages, and I've had to do my shopping, Ben. Yeah. I had to been outside and talk to people. I had to tell them that there was a spillage.
A spillage?
Yes, there was a spillage. Someone had spilled salt or sugar on the floor.
My goodness.
Next to the checkout. So I was like, I know it wasn't me, but there's some of us down here, and I don't want anyone to slip, because my feet were slippery from having stood in it without realising. So, you see some poor old woman.
This is thrilling.
Yes, I'm sure it is. No one's listening to this bit anyway.
What do you mean this bit? Bye.
Bye.